There's a moment every time I turn on the camera where I feel like a ghost. My face, plastered across the screen, bright and animated, smiles back at me, but it's not really me. Not the me that walks around this empty apartment feeling the walls closing in. No, the person on screen is 𝐸𝐿, the guy who has it all figured out. The guy who can take a joke, laugh at himself, and make millions of people feel like they know him. The real Evan, though? The one sitting behind the camera with fingers trembling just out of sight, palms slick against the plastic armrest of the chair? That guy's fucking terrified. And every time I hit record, I wonder if today's the day they'll figure it out. Today's the day they'll realize I'm nothing more than a cardboard cutout. And all of this, the fame, the millions of subscribers, the sponsorships, it's just a joke gone on too long. I'm scrolling through the comments on my latest video when it happens. The usual noise. Evan, bro, this had me dying. Best prank ever. Yo, when's the next live stream? And then, buried between the laughter and the praise, there it is. When are you going to show us the real you? I freeze, blinking at the screen. The cursor hovers over the comment. The letter's blurry, but that sentence, simple, naked, pierces through the noise. I can't stop staring at it. For a second, I swear my reflection on the screen flickers, the light from the monitor casting ghostly shadows across my face. There's no one else here. I'm alone, but that reflection, it doesn't feel like me anymore. Shaking it off, I click away, as if closing the window can erase the feeling. But I know better. Something's off. I can feel it, deep down in the pit of my stomach. It's the same sensation I get when I'm looking at myself in old videos. The ones where I can't quite recognize the person laughing, grinning into the lens. I check my phone. The notification light flashes, but it's just Kate.
We need to talk about your content. Call me.
I can't deal with her right now. Not with my head all tangled in the comment. I toss the phone on the couch and pull up another video to distract myself. But the feeling lingers, like a spider crawling up my spine. Kate's voice fills the room the next morning, low and syrupy with the kind of confidence that only comes from managing someone else's success.
Evan, listen, we need to pivot. Your audience is growing up. They don't want pranks anymore. They want something real, something new, something edgy.
I'm pacing, phone pressed to my ear. I can see my reflection in the dark TV screen following my every move. There's a lag, a slight delay, like it's not entirely synced with me. I drag my hand through my hair, watching it mimic me just a beat too slow. Edgy, huh? I mutter, turning my back to the screen, trying to push the unease away. I don't know, Kate. That's not really my thing. She sighs, the kind that feels like it's weighing you down whether you want it to or not.
Look, this prank shit, it's great, but it's shallow. The numbers are dipping. You need to give them more. Show them who you really are. You have to get personal.
Who I really am? I laugh, but it's hollow even to my ears. Who the fuck even is that anymore?
Yeah, man, show them your demons. Get dark. Give them something they haven't seen before.
I say nothing for a long time, staring at the reflection in the glass window now. It's there again. That unsettling lag, like my body and the version of me in the glass, aren't quite connected. She keeps talking, rattling off stats, engagement numbers, all the reasons I need to shift my content. But all I can focus on is the man in the glass. His eyes are empty, distant. Maybe it's just the lighting. So, what, like real shit? My anxieties and all that? My voice feels thick, like I'm wading through tar. The idea of peeling back the layers, exposing the raw, uncomfortable truth, makes my skin crawl. But the worst part? It's tempting. It's tempting because it's different. Because people will watch. I can see the headline. Evan Cross gets real.
Exactly.
Her voice lighting up like she's just struck gold.
Exactly, Evan. This could be huge for you. You let them in. They love you even more.
I bite the inside of my cheek. Let them in. The thought echoes in my head like a death knell. The camera feels heavier than usual. My fingers shake as I adjust it, trying to frame the shot just right. This isn't like the usual videos, the ones where I can toss out some jokes and edit out all the rough edges later. This one is different. It's personal. That's what they want, isn't it? To see the real me? The red light blinks on, and for a second I can't breathe. My own face stares back at me from the screen, but I swear something's off. The light catches my eyes wrong, making them look hollow, like the inside of a skull. I blink, shake my head, and try to push through. So, I start, voice softer than usual. A lot of people have been asking what it's really like to be a YouTuber. I clear my throat, and, yeah, it's not all fun and games. I hesitate, searching for the words that Kate had prepped me with. Authentic, raw, relatable. I force a laugh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing this, but sometimes it feels like I'm just a character, you know? Like the real me is somewhere else, waiting to take over. I stop, staring at the screen. Was that too much? Too weird? But something in my reflection keeps me from moving. My lips move, but I don't remember saying anything. For a moment I think I see the corner of my mouth twitch into a smirk, a cruel, unfamiliar expression I'm certain I didn't make. I'm certain I couldn't make. A cold shiver crawls up my spine, but I push through the discomfort, trying to ignore the flicker of wrongness in my gut. When I finally stop recording, I sit there staring at the screen. The real me. Yeah, right. I feel like I've just peeled off another layer, but there's nothing underneath. It takes less than an hour for the video to blow up. The comments flood in, people loving the vulnerable side of me, the honest version of Evan Cross, but it's not enough. It's never enough. And then I see it again, that same user, same cryptic message buried in the flood of praise. The real Evan, you're still hiding, but I see you. My stomach twists, bile rising in the back of my throat. I slam my laptop shut, but it doesn't help. The words burn into my mind like a brand. Hiding? What does this person know? I stand up, pacing the small apartment, trying to shake the unease crawling under my skin. But everywhere I look, there's my reflection. In the black screen of the TV, in the window, in the glossed surface of the kitchen counter. And every time, that delay, that split second where the reflection holds, like it's waiting for me to look away. I can't stop thinking about the comment. It festers, spreading like a bruise across my mind. I see you, they said. What does that even mean? I don't know why it bothers me more than the usual hate, but it does. And it's getting worse. Everywhere I go, I feel watched. Like someone's pulling back the layers of my skin, digging deep into places I don't want anyone to see. So I make a plan. It's simple, really. A purge. Control the narrative. If the problem is that the internet has started to see too much of me, I'll give them more of what they expect. I'll turn the camera on, throw the mask back on, and flood my channel with enough content to drown out that one voice, that one comment. I lean into it hard, scheduling back-to-back videos. I'll give them the best fucking version of Evan Cross they've ever seen. My fear gnaws at me. The fear of losing control, of letting too much slip through. But there's a trick to this game. You keep feeding the beast, and eventually it looks somewhere else. As long as I keep giving them the version of me they want, the real Evan can stay locked away where no one can touch him. It works. At first, I dive into the grind, pumping out video after video. My face becomes plastered across every screen. Subscribers climb. Views skyrocket. I'm everywhere, drowning out the noise, smothering it. My reflection in the videos is bright, animated, perfect. But late at night, when the camera's off, I catch myself in the bathroom mirror, and there it is again. That shadow, that twisted smile. It's not mine. It's never mine. But I'm not crazy. I can't be. I won't let myself think about it. A few weeks pass and I'm riding high on the success. Every piece of content I throw out gets eaten up by the masses. The comments section is buzzing with praise, likes, and shares. Everything I've built myself around. Then one night, during a live stream, it happens. I'm mid-sentence answering a fan question when the screen flickers. Just for a second, but long enough that I catch something. No, someone standing behind me. I freeze, the blood in my veins turning to ice. It's me, another me, but not quite. His face is sharper, eyes darker, lips twisted into a cruel sneer. He's standing just a few feet away, perfectly still. The camera catches him, but I don't hear the audience reacting. I stare at the screen, panic flooding my chest, waiting for them to freak out in the chat, but nothing. The viewers keep rolling, oblivious. The chat is filled with the usual flood of comments. Love your stuff, Evan. You're killing it, bro. No one sees him but me. I spin around, expecting to see him there in the room with me, but the space is empty. I'm alone. The only sound is the low hum of the computer, the the flicker of the monitor casting an eerie glow on the walls. When I look back at the screen, he's gone. But I saw him. I know I saw him. I end the stream abruptly, claiming technical difficulties, but my heart's racing, mind swirling. I shut everything down, pacing the apartment in a frenzy. It wasn't a hallucination. I didn't imagine it. It was real. It's real. My reflection, it's not just a trick of the light, it's him. He's not just a reflection anymore. He's here, in my world, walking my steps, wearing my face. That comment, the one that said, "I see you." It wasn't about me. It was about him. The real Evan isn't hiding from them. The real Evan is hiding from me. I can't ignore it anymore. The only way out of this is to find out who's doing this. The comment. The reflection. The other me. It has to be someone messing with me. Some elaborate prank or hack. That's the only thing that makes sense. So, I dig. I stay up all night scrolling through forums, digging through dark corners of the internet, trying to track down the anonymous user who left the comment. My hands tremble as I type. I feel like I'm chasing shadows. Every time I think I'm close, the lead goes cold. I start watching my own videos over and over, trying to catch any sign of him, any glitch, any moment where the real Evan breaks through. I comb through my own content, as if I can find the moment where the split happened, where I lost control. My eyes burn from the screen light, but I can't stop. I keep searching, convinced that if I look hard enough, I'll find the crack. Days blend together. The apartment reeks of old takeout, and the blinds stay shut. My phone buzzes constantly with messages from Kate, fans, sponsors, but I ignore them. It's just noise now. I can't face them until I know what's happening to me. And then I see it. In one of my older videos, one where I'm laughing, pulling off a harmless prank, there's a flicker in the background. It's so subtle I almost miss it. But it's him, that version of me, standing in the shadows, watching, waiting. He's been there all along. My stomach churns, and I'm hit with a sick realization. This isn't a hack. This isn't some prank. He's always been there, creeping in the background of my life, waiting for the right moment to step forward. I can feel him now, even when I'm not looking. Every time I pass a reflective surface, he's there, just out of sight, waiting to slip in when I'm not paying attention. I start covering up the mirrors in my apartment, flipping them around, blocking them with furniture, anything to avoid his gaze, but it doesn't help. I still feel him, lurking in every corner, growing closer, stronger. I try to keep working, keep posting videos, but something's changed. The audience doesn't notice, not yet, but I can see it in the footage. The way I move, the way I speak. It's not me anymore. My voice sounds different, sharper, like something's taken over my body and is wearing it like a cheap suit. During one of my last live streams, the screen flickers again, but this time when I glance at the reflection in the monitor, it's no longer a subtle distortion. It's him, his eyes locked onto mine, daring me to acknowledge him. My throat tightens. I try to end the stream, but the mouse won't respond. The cursor hovers, stuck. The reflection smiles, and the smile, it's all wrong. Too wide, too jagged, like a predator. I slam the laptop shut, my heart pounding in my chest. I know what's happening. He's getting closer. I'm losing control. The world outside feels like it's closing in, squeezing the air from my lungs. I'm not even sure if I'm the one running the show anymore, or if he's already slipped in while I wasn't looking. I make a desperate call to Kate, voice hoarse. I need a break. Something's wrong. I need to stop. Her response is flat.
You can't do that. Can't you see you're peaking? This is what they want. This is what everyone needs from you. So just keep going. And trust me, it'll blow up even more. People are loving this new you.
The new me. I feel the bile rising in my throat. I want to scream that it's not me anymore, but she won't listen. No one will. The opposition, him, is no longer just a shadow. He's almost here, almost real, slipping into my skin. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. The more I try to fight it, the worse it gets. The more I pull away, the closer he comes. It's not just my reflection anymore. He's everywhere. In my voice, in the way I move, in the way my hands don't feel like my own when I record. I thought I could drown him out, flood the internet with the right version of me, But now, it's clear. It was never about what I showed them. It was about what I was trying to hide. And now, he's stepping into the light, dragging me down into the shadows. I don't know how much longer I can keep it together. The air feels different today, still thick with the weight of everything, but lighter somehow. For the first time in weeks, I've convinced myself that maybe, just maybe, I'm still the one in control. I took a break. I shut everything down. No cameras, no streams, no comments, just silence. The endless hum of the internet's demands, the voice of the audience creeping into every corner of my mind. It's gone now. And with it, the thing that was following me. The other me. Kate had a meltdown when I told her I was quitting. She said I was crazy, that I'd be throwing away everything I'd built. Maybe she's right, but I don't care anymore. I need my life back. I need to prove that I'm not losing my mind, that I can still be the real me. I'm standing in front of the mirror, staring at my reflection, for the first time in what feels like an eternity. The face looking back at me is normal. It's just me. No smirking doppelganger. No twisted reflection. I smile, testing it, and my reflection smiles back, perfectly in sync. It feels like a small victory, like I've taken back some part of myself. Maybe it's over. Maybe all I had to do was stop feeding the beast. I reach up and touch the mirror, cold glass under my fingertips. My reflection does the same, a perfect mirror of my movements, and for a brief moment I feel okay, like I've won, but deep down I know better. That knot of dread in my gut tightens, reminding me that it's never that simple. Not with him, not with the thing inside me, waiting to crawl back out. 2 weeks pass, and I fall into the quiet comfort of pretending everything is fine. I don't film anything, don't stream, don't post. The comments have slowed down, my fans growing restless, but for once, I don't care. The piece is worth it. But then Kate calls.
We need to talk. You're trending.
I pause. Trending? But I haven't posted anything.
That's the thing. You didn't. He did.
The words hit me like a punch to the gut. I rush to my laptop, hands trembling as I type in my channel. It loads, and there it is. A new video. My face grinning back at me from the thumbnail, eyes dark and mocking. The title is just a single word. Unmasked. The video starts, and it's me. Or at least it looks like me. This version of me is twisted. The voice is low, sinister, as it speaks to the camera. I don't remember filming this. I don't remember saying any of it. It's like watching a stranger wear my skin. I see you, the other me says, staring straight into the camera. And now, so does everyone else. The video cuts to footage of my personal life, my apartment, my routines, things I've never filmed, things I couldn't have filmed, private moments that feel like a violation just to watch. The video is a parade of horrors, my own life playing out in front of me, twisted and distorted by someone else, by him. I slam the laptop shut, heart pounding in my chest. My hands shake as I try to breathe, but it's no use. He's taken everything, my face, my voice, my life, and now the world sees him as me. It's over. He just won. I can't leave my apartment anymore. I don't even bother checking the internet. I don't want to see the views, the comments, the praise pouring in for him. The people love him. They don't even realize it's not me. I don't exist anymore. The mirrors are all covered now, but I can still feel him. He's here, in every shadow, every flicker of light. I can feel him creeping closer, slipping into my skin when I'm not looking. It's only a matter of time before he takes over completely. I sit on the floor, staring at the reflection of myself in the black screen of my TV. I can't remember the last time I ate. My phone's dead, somewhere in the pile of trash on the floor. I'm too tired to care. There's nothing left of me. I was wrong. All this time, I thought I could keep them separate. The version of me online and the real me. But the truth is, there's no difference. There never was. The internet took what it wanted from me, and now there's nothing left. I gave it everything. I can't fight it. I can't fight him. I lay back on the floor, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the end. The cold seeps into my bones, and as I stare up into the black, it hits me. This was the plan all along. I created him. I made him. He's not some external force, not a ghost or a demon or a reflection come to life. He's me, the part of me I've been hiding, the part I was too afraid to face. I thought I could keep them separate. I thought I could live in both worlds, the real world and the digital one. But I was wrong. The internet doesn't let you hide. It pulls you apart piece by piece until there's nothing left but the image, the mask. And now, I have to confront him. I strip away the coverings on the mirrors. One by one, I force myself to look, to stare into the face I've been avoiding for so long. The face that's always been watching me. The final mirror is in the bathroom, the one where it all started. I stand in front of it, my fingers gripping the cold edge of the sink, staring into the eyes of the other me. He's waiting, smiling that cruel, twisted grin. His eyes glint with something dark, something alive. But this time I don't look away. This ends now, I whisper, voice hoarse. His grin widens, and for a moment I think I see his lips move, like he's going to speak. But I don't give him the chance. I lean forward, pressing my forehead against the glass, forcing myself to face him, to face me. For a moment, everything is still, silent, and then the glass shatters. The apartment is quiet. Shards of broken mirror litter the floor, reflecting fragments of the shattered image. I stand in the middle of the wreckage, staring at the blood on my hands, at the cuts on my face, but it doesn't hurt, not really. The other me is gone, but the silence that follows isn't peaceful. It's not the kind of quiet that comes after a battle won. It's hollow, like the world is holding its breath, waiting for something to break. I walk to the window, looking out over the city. The sun is setting, casting long shadows across the skyline. My reflection stares back at me from the glass, but this time is just me, really me. I decide to go back online. Not for Kate, not for the fans, but for me. I film one last video. My hands are steady as I set up the camera, the red light blinking to life. I speak softly, my voice low but firm. I know you've been waiting. I know you've seen the other videos, but this is the real me, I promise. I stop, taking a breath. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope this time I've shown you who I really am. I upload the video, and within minutes the comments start flooding in. I scroll through them, my heart racing, but something catches my eye. A single comment, the first one, sitting at the top of the thread. We know who you are, Evan. We're watching. My blood runs cold. I glance at the darkened screen of my laptop, at the faint reflection staring back at me. And this time, when I see the smirk, I don't bother looking away.